Yeah, I think we'll just talk about Green Lantern. I won't go super in depth. I'll just super in depth. I'll just
we'll just look partially dying.
give it.
Won't go super in depth.
Yeah.
Good.
It
You
is.
ready?
Yeah.
Read it real quick.
Read it. Okay, I don't.
perfect.
I just looked at the pictures.
Yeah, that's all you have to do with comics.
Exactly. What even are words?
I don't know. I can't read them.
I've never read a book in my life.
You just get the context from the little green man blasting people on the page.
Exactly, and the fish man and the pig man.
There's a fishman?
Yeah, Tomare.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kilowog, the pig man.
Ah, yes.
Boozer.
I thought the pig man was a Batman guy.
What? Oh, that's Professor Pig.
Oh, Professor... Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Kilowog is not like an actual pig man. He's just like a
he
big
just
pink...
looks like a pig?
Kinda.
Okay.
I mean, like a space pig.
He got turned into a pig by a
No.
man from hell
No.
who cursed him to be a pig. Man.
Okay, listen. He's not exactly a
Comics
pig
love
man.
pigs.
He's not a pig man. He's just like a big pink monster man who kind of has like a oinky nose. An oinky nose.
An oinky nose.
Oinky
It's
nose.
like turned up.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the Off the Shelf podcast. My name is Josh,
I'm Vinny.
and today we're talking about Green Lantern.
Yeah, we're talking about Green Lantern Hal Jordan Volume 1 or Green Lantern Emerald Dawn. And maybe some Emerald Twilight. A lot of Emerald.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because it's green.
Oh, I get it now.
Yes, of course. So what do you know about Green Lantern?
Okay, all I know about Green Lantern is from the movie.
Really quick, I love asking you, what do you know about this character? And you tell me something absurd about it.
I'm just telling you the truth, man.
Yeah.
This is all I know.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
He's this pilot who did a thing, and he's like a dogfight pilot,
Sure,
testing things for the army, and he flies into space maybe, and then a purple guy dies and gives him this burden for the rest of his life that for some reason he decides to go along with. Right?
Yeah.
And he goes into space and he learns how to use his power maybe, and he makes a comically large anvil out of green matter and a gun that shoots regular bullets even though the gun itself is green.
You're talking about the movie now.
That's all I know. I told you that.
Okay.
I thought his name wasn't Hal Jordan. I thought that was just the movie. I thought you said there was something else.
No, he is Hal Jordan.
Oh, okay. Is there two Green Lanterns?
There's many.
Oh, okay.
There's the Green Lantern Corps.
No, I know, but
like Earth Green Lanterns?
Yeah.
There are like 5.
Okay.
The main one is Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan.
And he's the pilot.
He's the pilot one,
Okay.
so you're not wrong.
All right.
And the dying pink alien man gives him the burden.
Yeah.
So you got all that correct.
Awesome.
The other Green Lanterns, there's Alan Scott, who was the original one, whose weakness is wood, who we talked about. He's on the Justice Society of America.
Stupid.
And
wait a second.
yeah,
So he is a Green Lantern.
kind of. It's like a
How
different.
kind of?
Well, okay.
Because in the movie, at least, he says that he's the first Green Lantern from Earth.
Okay. So in the 40s or 50s, when the Justice Society was a thing, eventually,
Like the real 30s and 40s,
like the
or
like
comic
out
30s
like the
and
real
40s?
30s and 40s
got
and
it.
50s, whatever.
Yeah.
The Justice Society was a thing, and then around the 50s or 60s or whatever, the DC writers were like, Alan Scott and Jay Garrick and all these original characters are kind of lame. So let's make new versions of old characters. So they made Barry Allen the new Flash and Hal Jordan the new Green Lantern. And then they said that Alan Scott and Jay Garrick and the Justice Society were on Earth 2 and not the main Earth.
Okay.
So that's why Hal Jordan is the first. But then they just didn't follow that. Or they brought them to this Earth or whatever.
Soft reboot.
And then they
Hard
reboot.
Whatever.
There's always reboots.
So here's the thing. Just real quick. What was the old Flash's name?
Jay Garrick.
Never mind.
What?
I was going to say, did they swap names? Because it's Barry Allen and it was Alan something, right?
Alan Scott?
Yeah, Alan Scott.
Alan Berry?
Alan Barry.
No.
I thought maybe they would be cute and swap the name, but they
No.
didn't.
But all you need to know, at this point, there's no Alan Scott.
Okay.
Hal Jordan is the first Green Lantern from Earth to his knowledge.
Well, he will be.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
this is
whatever.
the dawn of him.
Sure.
But besides Alan Scott, who we're not going to talk about because I don't know a lot about him and his
Yeah.
weakness is wood,
That's
and he wears a cape.
stupid.
The other Green Lanterns of Earth, so there's Hal Jordan,
Yeah.
John Stewart, Guy Gardner,
I've heard that name before.
yes, Kyle Rayner, and then later there's Jessica Cruz and Simon Baz and probably more.
Okay.
But
Are
Simon
they
and
all
Jessica are later.
concurrent or
Yeah.
separate? Like one
Yeah.
dies and the next gets it.
They're
Like-
all well.
Like, is he passing on the ring to other people, or are they
No.
all at the same time?
Usually they're all at the same time.
Okay.
But Kyle Rayner is a little different. We'll talk about him in a minute.
Okay.
He's like the youngest one.
Sure.
So, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, which we've talked about a few times, so DC reboots because of the Anti-Monitor,
Yes. Who's not a lizard.
who's not a lizard,
Yes, I know.
and that's how you get Batman Year One.
That's like a Superman story, mainly, right?
No, it's
Never
like
mind.
a Justice League
Okay,
story.
whatever.
But so this is the new origin in the 80s for Green Lantern.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Get into it.
So it starts with Hal Jordan being a pilot.
Mhm.
Well, no, it doesn't. I lied to you. It starts with his father being a pilot and then dying, like in the movie.
Okay.
And of course he's there, and he's like, "Yeah, Dad," And then he watches his father explode.
And he crawls slowly out of the exploding plane.
Yeah, like in Terminator.
No, like in the movie.
Oh, oh! You made it seem like the endoskeleton or the exoskeleton from Terminator, like crawling out of the fire. Not
I'm gonna make a confession. I've never seen the Terminator.
what?
Any of them? No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh man,
I know. We should watch them sometime.
we should. What a shame.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
Man, they're not like you're gonna watch them and be like, "This sucks." Like this is
No.
lame in 2022.
I'm sure there's some things.
The
that
first
hold
two
up.
are really good.
I've heard the second one is the best.
It
one.
is the best one.
That's
It is
unusual.
It is, but it's very good.
Actually, no, it's not.
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so Hal Jordan watches his dad die.
Yeah. How old is he?
Like 12.
Okay.
He's pretty young. Like the age all the superheroes' parents and family members die.
Yeah. Is this the
Young
same
enough to
time
leave an
Batman's
impression. No
parents
doubt.
die?
Yeah.
Didn't they say in the new Batman movie that his parents died in 2001?
I think so, yeah.
Everyone's like talking about that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care.
You see, that's a
Why
big
would
deal
I
for
care?
comics. Comics
it?
can't say that because that ages your character.
Yeah.
And they'd never want these characters to age because
Sure.
one day they'll have to get old and die. So you meet up with Hal Jordan as an adult man, and he's very reckless. He's a pilot, but he's also kind of an alcoholic.
Okay.
And he is drunk driving
Okay.
with his brother, his friend, and I think his brother's girlfriend or something in the car, and they get into a horrific car accident in which I think his brother is paralyzed or his friend is paralyzed, and the other one that's not paralyzed dies.
So in the movie,
That is just not in it.
yeah, but they do mention
His
a
brother.
motorcycle accident.
Yes.
Is that like a way to keep the brother not paralyzed?
I
and
guess so.
Still have an accident.
So Hal wakes up in the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and Carol is there.
Does he have any like brain damage or anything?
He's like pretty injured, not like brain damage, but what happens is he was drunk driving, and there was like a sign, like a big yellow sign that catches his attention, and he like swerves into it or something.
Got it. And it wrecked the part of his brain that suppresses will.
I guess so.
Sorry, continue.
So Carol shows up to the hospital, and Carol Ferris is like his love interest,
Yeah.
and the daughter of the guy who owns Ferris Air.
Okay.
I don't know his name. I don't
What is
care.
Ferris Air?
It's like
The pilot.
the pilot,
company?
the pilot place.
They make like planes or something.
That's where they fly them.
Okay.
And Hal is like, "I'm sorry for drunk driving. Pretty shitty of me. I got my friend killed." He's like really upset about it. He feels like an asshole. He's like, "But please, like, I'll try to be better. I want to be a pilot. Like, I'm a good pilot. Let me fly." And they're like, "No, you're probably gonna get drunk again and fly."
Yeah.
So they
Has
let
he
him.
ever flown drunk?
I don't know. Probably.
Maybe.
So then they let him fly. They actually let him fly this new like prototype of some thing,
Okay.
and immediately he gets in it, and
They're like, if someone's gonna die flying this,
it's gonna be you.
it's gonna
You
be
deserve
Hal.
it, buddy.
Yeah.
So he gets in, and then immediately it's not like okay. Immediately it's like a green force field surrounds it, and he's taken away by it, and everyone's like, it was supposed to be like a prototype, so it was only supposed to simulate flying. It wasn't actually supposed to fly. So when it actually flies away, like.
Okay.
So when it flies away,
I see.
Yeah. So
It's like at the mall when you see the little rocking
yeah,
jets.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it does fly away, they're like, "What?"
They're like, what?
And then of course they blame him, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know how he would do this on his own.
You broke the machine.
Yeah, but it takes him
Like,
to the
you can't
desert.
even do that.
I know. It takes him to the desert, and he's met by Abin Sur, who is the pink alien man, who's like, "I'm a Green Lantern. Here is my ring. Here's
Yeah.
the burden for the rest of your life."
Yeah.
He teaches him nothing about it.
Okay.
I mean, he's like, "It works on willpower. I'm dying. I'm a Green Lantern. Here you go," and then dies. And then he becomes the Green Lantern.
So willpower.
Yeah, the rings are fueled by your willpower.
So it runs on willpower, and I really want to ask this, even though I know the answer that I'm gonna get. How does it run on willpower?
I don't know.
Is it connected to his brain
I
or
guess
his soul?
I don't know. It's a magic.
Or is it
space
not
device.
his willpower? It's like some.
It's like tethered to him, I guess.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Or I guess you could say, like, since the Green Lantern Corps is so big, like, each of their willpowers combined help fuel the big power battery that fuels their rings. But I might be making that up.
Okay, I have another question.
Okay.
So they can fly
Yeah.
through space, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they need spaceships? Is that just in the movie, or do they have spaceships in this?
They don't have spaceships. They have spaceships in the movie?
Yeah, they definitely
Oh.
have spaceships in the movie.
You know what? Yeah, Abin Sur does have a spaceship in the movie.
Not
He-
in this.
He also
'Cause
does
that
have
wouldn't
one in
make
this.
sense. He does?
He does. You know,
He
I
can fly through space. Why
I
does he
never
need it?
thought about that.
I don't know
That's-
if they thought about it either.
Probably not. That's
Maybe they mentioned like it's hard to fly in space because of the gravitational pulls of
maybe, or
stars
maybe
and stuff.
maybe the ship had something on it.
Maybe.
Or well, he was also injured, so maybe he couldn't
Mm.
fly.
It's like a wheelchair, like a space wheelchair.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets the ring, and then Abin's like, "You are the next Green Lantern."
So
and then he dies.
is that just because did it choose him randomly, or did he search him out, or what?
I
Was
don't.
this like the first person he saw when he crash landed to Earth, or
Sometimes they change it. Sometimes it's random. But I think here it might be because Hal has like the thing with the Green Lanterns is you need to be fearless,
okay?
and Hal's like a pilot, and he's just drunk driving. He has no fears,
Sure,
no
yeah.
fears in the world. So
you have to drink and drive to be a Green Lantern.
of course,
Yeah.
that's how all the origins go.
Yeah.
So Hal becomes a Green Lantern, and he immediately does not know what he's doing. But
Nobody does.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he learns like how to do basic shit like fly, and he's like late for work and everything. Very
Okay.
irresponsible. Carol is like, "Where are you?" And everyone's like, "You killed your friend and you crippled your brother. Like, you are terrible. You should go to jail." And Hal Jordan's a very like
It's like self-righteous.
he is self-righteous and he's very selfish. So of course the first thing he does is go to the sign that like distracted him when he was drunk driving, and he like flies right through it. Like he just like destroys it,
Okay.
but it's a yellow sign.
Really?
So it like
Oh, shut
he
up.
flies through it, so it like hurts him. Like it's like just if you flew through a sign.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. So eventually Hal Jordan does go back to work, but he has the Green Lantern ring, and he goes to visit like his brother
Okay, I think I might.
or his friend.
I think I might kind of understand the yellow thing.
Yeah.
So something that's yellow reflects yellow, and it absorbs all other colors, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So would it absorb green?
Green, I guess.
I don't know. But
Maybe.
then wouldn't every color that's not green do that same thing?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
But let's continue.
So Hal goes to visit his friend, who is paralyzed, or his brother who's paralyzed. I don't remember. And he's like, "You should go to jail. Like you were drunk driving."
Isn't he paralyzed? How does he say that?
He's crippled. Like he can still talk.
Never mind. Yeah.
So he's like,
I forgot the difference between paralyzed and a
dead.
coma for a second.
So
Sorry.
it's all right. So Hal goes to the hospital and is like, "Hey man, I'm sorry." And he's like, "You should turn yourself in.
Yeah.
Like I don't trust you. No one trusts you. You're a terrible person." And then like cops come in because they had like a cop waiting for Hal if he came, and Hal hears it and he suits up, and then his friend is like, "Oh, what?" And then he's like, "I'll explain later. I'll be back." And then he flies away.
So he flew through a window.
Yeah.
He can do that?
Oh.
It didn't break the window. He just flew through it.
Oh, I never noticed that the first time. I guess he can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who knows?
So can he like turn his body into light?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he can.
Sure.
Okay. So, so then you meet Legion
Mr. Yellow.
or Mr. Yellow.
Is that what they call him?
No, his name's Legion. He's the guy that
Okay.
killed Abin Sur, and he's looking for the ring.
Okay.
He finds Abin Sur's dead body, and he's like, "There's no ring here." He's
That's
very
pretty cool.
Yeah,
He's big.
he is big, and he's pretty much hunting Hal Jordan for this whole book. So Hal is like, I feel really bad about drunk driving, and it's kind of interesting that he's like, you know what, I deserve to be in jail. So he actually turns himself in and goes to jail, but he does keep the ring until he has to give up all this stuff. And they're like, "Put the ring in the box," or whatever. And so he's like, "Oh, I don't have a ring anymore." But luckily, he doesn't spend too much time in jail because then Legion crashes through. Because he's like, I sense the ring. There's another lantern.
Is that his power? Like, how does he sense the rings?
He just can.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hal runs to his ring, suits up, fights him a little bit, doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
The suit comes out of the ring, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's convenient.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The Flash's suit comes out of a ring too.
That's true.
But here it makes sense because it's like a magic space ring. The Flash is like a guy. Is it like a magic speed
Flash?
ring?
I don't know. I never understood that.
It's made of some
Like,
comic book
That
material.
can crumple up into
Yes.
the size of a coin.
Yep. You see, I don't have a problem with it coming out of the ring. Going back into the ring, that's what puzzles me.
No idea. I have no clue.
Anyway, so...
But then, so when the Flash puts on his costume,
Yeah.
does he just like release it onto the ground and then put it on real quick?
Well, usually he just like shoots it out and then just like speedily puts it on and then goes.
Sure.
Yeah.
What does he do with it? Does the other clothes go into his ring?
He must just put them on, put the costume on under or on top of the clothes.
Really?
Or
Okay.
just takes them off. Maybe gets naked.
I mean, I feel like that would,
Stiffen
increase the
him.
friction or
Yeah.
something. I don't know. Make it harder to
I don't know,
run.
man. The Flash is a crazy character.
He is. But let's get back to Green Lantern.
Back to Green
I
Lantern.
guess.
There's no Flash in this book.
What? Close the book.
So, the Green Lantern uses the ring. The ring can talk to him and tell him shit.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So the ring is like, "This is Abin Sur. Abin Sur was the Green Lantern that had the ring before you did. He is dead. But there is more Green Lanterns." And it kind of makes like a hologram, so you get to see what happened to Alan Abin Sur. Legion bursts in and like fucks him up. And,
So he knows about Legion now.
Yeah,
Okay.
Legion attacked the prison that he was in.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And he got his ass kicked. So the ring brings him to Oa, which is the planet of the Green Lanterns, where he meets Tomare, who is the fish man, the fish chicken man.
Yes.
And he teaches him more about the ring. He's like, it's all about willpower. Shows him like you could do anything with the ring if you have, the will to do it. So Hal makes like a lawnmower out of the ring to like mow this grass.
Okay.
And then Abin Sur's like, that wasn't just grass. It was sentient life. You just murdered life. And Hal's like, oh.
Grass people?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They're like a different alien species.
That's stupid. He goes to space prison,
yeah.
killing these grass.
Exactly. So Tomare brings him to the big central power battery. So he meets like all the other Green Lanterns, and this is the origin for the Green Lantern. So you get to meet this universe of the Green Lantern Corps
Sure.
and what it's all about. You get to meet Kilowog, who, like in the movie, does the training for Hal.
Yeah.
Teaches him a lot of stuff. He calls him Poozer a lot.
Okay.
Poozer is his for like bitch, I guess. Like they
Okay.
couldn't write bitch in a comic,
Right,
So,
yeah.
or pussy.
Okay, that's
So
probably
they
it.
called him.
Yeah.
He calls everyone Poozer.
And that's the big pink.
This
man.
guy, yeah.
But I guess he's more orange. Huh?
Yeah, I mean he's pink. Whatever.
I don't like the way his
kinda
suit
orange.
fits on him. It doesn't go all the way up like to his neck.
Oh yeah, he has
But
like
Green
his,
Lantern's his goes. all
yeah. I mean the
way up.
costumes are different.
Yeah, okay.
Depending on like Kyle Rayner,
Species and stuff.
you can make your costume look however you want.
Oh, they can choose.
They can. Well, this is like the standard one, but you
Okay.
can make it look however you want.
So most of them do it just the regular way because
Yeah.
they're boring.
Legion gets to Oa and is like, I'm gonna kill everyone. But the Green Lanterns, show up, and it's cool to see all of them fight together.
And he's not like alone for his first.
Exactly.
Fight. That makes sense.
Sinestro is a character as well in this book. In the first part of it, he's not super important.
Yeah.
Um,
He's not. Is he? Is he like a leader?
yeah, Sinestro's like the best Green Lantern.
Okay. How did he get that?
He's just good.
He just is okay.
He's just really good at being
He's
a
like
Green
old.
Lantern. Yeah, sure.
Been doing it a long time.
You meet the Guardians of Oa, who are like the Guardians of the Universe. Also, they're like
Galaxy?
they're like the big blue men who
Okay.
sit around and talk and do nothing.
The guys with the big heads.
Yeah, here they are.
Oh, they look so much different.
Yeah, they don't look like bad CGI.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah. So Hal is like, I can't fight Legion because he's yellow. So he like throws him in mud. So he's all brown.
Okay.
So then Hal just beats him up with like a
I
baseball
guess
bat.
That's
and
resourceful.
yeah.
But I
Um,
can't get over the fact that
I know.
yellow being a weakness is the dumbest thing I've ever
You're just
heard.
gonna have to.
Okay.
Um,
Does it come up a lot?
I mean, yeah, because it is his weakness, but not as like, dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
They fixed it a little bit?
Kinda. It usually what just happens is like the ring won't attack it. Like he's not like Superman, who when Superman gets in contact with Kryptonite, he's like vomiting and
Yeah.
You know,
like, takes
it's-
his power.
yeah. But I think Kyle Rayner's ring is actually it's not weak to yellow.
Okay.
So later they like fix that shit.
So,
And I think later they do get rid of it maybe.
what is the yellow represent again?
Fear.
Fear. So is that supposed to be like fear's the opposite of will?
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't work?
Yeah.
Okay. So does yellow rings work on green? Or is green their weakness?
That's a great question. I think it works on them.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
But so the Legion is like an armor. Like there's actually like a weird
Person.
putty like monster in there
Okay. Oh,
Um,
yeah, okay.
who then attacks them. So now it's not yellow. Now it's just like a menace. So they gotta like take care of that shit. I like this cover. Here's Sinestro right here.
He's got a very square head.
Yes, he does, and a mustache. I like that aliens have mustaches. Like it's just a, it's
Yeah.
just a universal like
Thick
good look.
eyebrows.
Yeah. And, this is where Hal Jordan proves himself to be Green Lantern by, like, destroying Legion or whatever. After this, he goes back to jail.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to serve my time.
Aw.
And while he's in jail, he gets into, like, a little adventures with, like, whatever. This is where Sinestro becomes a bigger character. And him and Sinestro become kind of like buddy cops.
Okay.
And they go around like the universe and just fighting crime. And it's kind of cool because Hal is in prison and Sinestro shows up in prison and is like, we gotta go. So Hal has to make like a green version of himself to stay in the place
Okay.
while he goes out.
And the guards are just like, whatever.
He usually does that at like night when
Oh,
everyone's
okay.
asleep. You meet Sinestro's people where,
Pink.
yeah, they're Quardians, I believe. I think that's their name.
It says there they're called pink folk.
Well, here they are, the pink folk.
Is that his wife or his mom or something?
It's just a woman.
Just a woman.
Yeah. So they get to his planet, and there's like Green Lantern flags, and everyone. There's like a parade for Sinestro, and Green Lantern's like, "Oh wow, everyone really likes you here." That's a lie. So it turns out that Sinestro kind of rules over them like a tyrant.
Oh.
And he's like, "You will bow down to me. I am your king. I am
like-
your savior. I am your god."
It's like Kim Jong-un.
Exactly. Here he is. Pink Jong.
I was gonna say, Pink Jong-un. I was gonna say he looks very evil.
He is.
Yeah.
And after this book, the Guardians are like, "All right, Sinestro, you're done. We are going to banish you away into the power battery." So they lock him in there. Green Lantern makes a buddy. in
Wait, so the
jail.
battery is also a jail?
Yeah, the battery can be many things.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm okay
Also,
with
this character, this is Guy Gardner, who is their lawyer, or Hal Jordan's lawyer. And eventually he will become a Green Lantern. And here, he's very, like, angry. He's very, like, dick-headed guy. Guy Gardner is a very, like, douchebag asshole.
So does every other human that becomes a Green Lantern, do they know Hal Jordan?
No.
Or
it's
know
not like
someone who has the ring?
No.
Oh.
Sometimes it just chooses you because you're the best for the job.
Okay.
The rings usually just choose whoever's the right.
So like some people get drafted and some people get like volunteer.
Yeah, like Hal Jordan, this could be just a case of circumstance. He was the closest worthy person.
Yeah.
But if he was near Guy Gardner or John Stewart, then it would have went to them.
Okay.
So there's like across the universe, there's many worthy people to be a Green Lantern. Just at the time, Abin Sur was closest to Hal Jordan.
Okay.
And yeah, so Hal Jordan goes to jail, and he serves the rest of his sentence, and he gets out, and he becomes a pilot again, and also Green Lantern.
I really like that the Green Lantern corpse.
Corpse. Yeah.
I like that it's made up of a bunch of different.
Species.
Yeah,
Me
like
too.
different races. And
I
stuff.
think that's very cool.
I
Like,
think it's very, very cool.
there's like 5-6 Earthlings, but mostly it's aliens, which I like. And they're a Green Lantern for each space sector, except for Earth. They have like 5.
Okay.
But also like everything always happens on Earth, so you need a lot of Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
So like Hal Jordan is the protector of Sector 2814, which is Earth, like the solar system.
So do you think there's like
an alien world possibly similar to Earth
Probably.
where
I'm not.
Oh, you're not finished.
Because
Okay.
obviously we've seen the Pinkman plays.
The Pinkman place, yeah.
Where Jesse
Pinkman.
But do you think there's another Earth-like place where a bunch of things happen and there's like another group of superheroes? Like, are there other superheroes throughout the galaxy, or is it just like the Green Lanterns and then everything else on Earth?
I mean, there is other Earths.
Yeah, but that's still Earth.
Fair enough, just in the multiverse.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably, right?
Probably. Yeah. Like Krypton.
Yeah,
There were like
but there weren't like heroes. Like that's just
there
their
were.
species.
Well, there was like I don't know if they were real, but like there was a Nightwing and Flamebird or something,
Okay.
which were like
Nightwing.
yeah. So Nightwing and Flamebird were characters on Krypton, like kind of like folk tales, like
Okay.
mythic characters that
Sure.
Kryptonians told their children. And Superman, when he wasn't around on Krypton for long,
Yeah.
but they told him all about Kryptonian history through his like spaceship or whatever. So he knew of Nightwing and Flamebird, and eventually when he would talk to Dick Grayson, Robin, and he was like, I want to not be Robin anymore, but I still want to be a superhero. I don't know what to do. And Superman was like, well, Nightwing and Flamebird or whatever. And Dick Grayson was like, oh, Nightwing, I'll steal that for myself.
That's cool.
And Spider-Man's like, not Spider-Man, Superman's like, what?
Spider-Man
Spider-Man shows up.
Yeah. That's
Um,
cool. I like that.
Me too. I like that Nightwing or Dick Grayson likes Superman more than Batman.
Yeah, he like took inspiration. Well, Batman made him eat rats in that one comic.
That's
so.
fair. I wouldn't trust Batman either.
Yeah.
So a lot of time passes between Emerald Dawn and Emerald Twilight. Emerald Twilight is a crazy story.
Okay.
And really the one I wanted to talk about.
Are they supposed to be like, is this a sequel? Or?
Yeah, kind of, but with much time in between.
Okay.
So Green Lantern becomes a member of the Justice League forever. He
Sure.
meets the Flash. There he is. He meets the Flash and Batman
Finally.
and everyone. He goes through many events, possibly some crises. There is a crisis in time, which hasn't happened yet, but it's on the verge.
Is that separate from Flashpoint?
Oh yes, it is.
Oh Lord.
0 Hour.
They love time travel.
Oh, they do. It's like the comics' favorite thing, Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
So you could tell this Hal Jordan is older because he has grayish hair. So a lot of time has passed. And the only thing you really need to know before you get into this is so Superman died.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to take a real big shit.
How?
So Doomsday. Like in
yeah,
Batman.
you told me about
Yeah,
this.
Batman vs. Superman, but very different. So
And Flash gets sent to the past or something? Or someone gets sent to the past by his super Doomsday Ray eyes or something?
that's a different thing.
What?
That's Final Crisis.
No,
that's Darkseid.
come on. Oh, that's Darkseid.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
so
Sorry.
we're probably going to talk about Death of Superman one day.
Okay.
All I need to know is he dies and he returns.
Okay.
And during the return of Superman, this character Mongol, who is in charge of Warworld.
Okay. Is that where the superheroes and villains go to fight?
No, that's Battle World in Marvel. So he's Mongol is attacking Superman, and Green Lantern City is Coast City. That's where
Okay.
he lives. Mongol obliterates Coast City, like eradicates it
Okay.
to the point where it's like a desert. Like this was a city once.
Oh.
It is completely gone, and everyone Hal Jordan loved and was friends with are completely dead.
Okay.
So this is the book where Hal he goes insane. So
And he's got the Reed Richards stripe
yes,
of gray in his hair.
of course. So Hal Jordan is completely distraught. This book starts with Hal Jordan looking at the destroyed baby doll, just thinking about like all the death and destruction. His arm is in like a sling, like a green sling that he made.
Okay.
Because he got like messed up in the fight.
He doesn't have like regenerative powers or anything.
No,
Okay.
he's just like a guy with.
So his bones can break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
I mean, obviously, Batman
Yeah.
almost killed him, but
So Hal Jordan really tests the limits of the Green Lantern ring,
okay.
where he makes like a Green Lantern version of his father. Like he makes a construct of his dad, and he just talks to him. He's like, "Dad, I totally failed. Like I was supposed to protect my city and the space sector, and I couldn't protect my city. And now they're all gone, and it's all my fault." And of course, his dad is like, "Yeah, you suck." Which I think is so funny that he made his dad an asshole with the construct. He could will him to do anything, and he made him be an asshole.
Maybe that's just how he is in his subconscious.
Maybe. And then, so him and his dad get into like an argument, and his dad's like, "You should have did better. You didn't do a lot to save the city. You know, you swear to protect these people, and you didn't." And then his dad puts on his pilot helmet, and then gets in the plane, and then crashes and dies again. But it's all in like green construct.
What?
So Hal is just like watching his father die. Like he's willing all of this to happen again, and he's like, "Oh my god."
He's just distraught.
He's just distraught. And I guess just every memory in his brain is just like horrible. And then he makes like a construct of his mom, and then eventually a whole construct of the city itself. So he's using all his willpower to create the full city, but everything's green and fake. And he's giving like sentience to them. And he's just walking around like, "Hello, Sherry." Like he's going completely crazy.
Okay, so if they're like sentient,
Yeah. Well,
when
then
he stops willing them to be, they just like die. Oh no,
Yeah.
that's so much worse.
it is.
Is it like draining his power?
Yes, because in a minute, one of the Guardians is gonna show up. Like, "You're done, dude.
Looks
You
like
use up
Yoda.
all the Like, I think the ring dies. He does look like Yoda, and the ring dies, and he's like, "No, like, why won't it work?" And the Guardian's like, "You can't do that."
Can he breathe on this planet?
The Guardian?
No, how?
He's on Earth.
Oh, that's Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
He's
so
in the
messed up.
crater
I
of-
thought it was like.
No,
Something else.
he's in the crater of his old city.
Oh, okay.
And so the Guardian's like, "You can't do that. Like, you're using up all the power to make, like, fake people. Like, that's horrible." And then Hal, like, attacks the Guardian, and I think he kills him.
But isn't it just a construct of the Guardian? Because he's green.
Yeah.
So it's not really him, right?
Or
is it?
I think it is him. And he kills him.
Oh.
And then Hal, like, gets his power. So Hal's a little
Oh.
strong. Like, he recharges with the death
Sure.
of that guy.
You can do that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
And Hal is like, "You motherfuckers, like, I need this. Like, I need to feel like I accomplished saving my city,
Mm-hmm.
and you're taking it away from me. And, you know, Hal's already going crazy. So he flies up to Oa, and he's like, I'm going to fucking kick all your asses.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you see, like, Green Lantern fly up, and you see this, like, this dude and this hot chick on, like, the beach or something, and they see, like, a shooting star. And then one of them is like, but it's going up. Like, it's not shooting down to Earth, it's going up.
Yeah.
And they're like, huh, how weird. Back to Green Lantern, who's really angry, flying to Oa. And, of course, the Guardian is like, okay. I don't think he died. I think Green Lantern just snatched his power, though. At least the power from the construct he made.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that Guardian warned all the other Green Lanterns. He's like, Hal Jordan's on his way, and he's really mad. So you get to see Hal Jordan just beat up, like, every Green Lantern.
Why is that
this.
Green Lantern's power, like, dark? Like, some of them have different auras about their power, you know?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Or is that like rocks? She's, like, carrying rocks with it.
It could be. That's a good question. I don't know. But Hal Jordan, like, beats up these Green Lanterns, and the Guardians are
So
like...
he's, like, stronger than them?
Yeah, and every time he beats them up, or defeats them, he
takes
takes
their
their
power.
ring.
Oh, their ring.
He takes their rings.
Oh, okay.
So he keeps beating up more and more people,
Yeah.
and by the end of it, he's gonna have like 10 rings, and he's gonna be so powerful.
That's kind of awesome.
And the Guardians are like, "Oh God, okay,
Like, we
gotta
gotta
stop him." And so this is not Tomar Ray. This is Tomar 2, who is the son of Tomar Tu, or Tomar Ta,
Okay.
who is like the son of Tomar Ray. I think Tomar
Sure.
Ray died or something.
Sure.
And he's like, Hal Jordan, I can't allow you to do this. We're friends, but I will, like, kick your ass. And Hal Jordan's like, yeah, as if I got 3 rings and you're a fish man. You're a fish bird man. So Hal just kicks the shit out of him.
Oh.
He just kicks the shit out of
Aw.
everybody. This guy's Jack Chance,
Okay.
who I think he has a Green Lantern ring, or I think he's just helping them. He might have just been in space at the time.
He's got a ring on.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know much about him. He's just in this book.
So the rings look different, too.
Yeah. I guess, like, you could change how they look. Or maybe they just made different, like, Ring 2.0 or...
Can they choose how the ring looks? If
Maybe.
They can choose how
They-
the suit looks?
They probably could. So he keeps defeating them and keeps taking more and more rings.
Mhm.
And so you find out that he's being possessed by Parallax, who was in the Green Lantern movie, that big... I don't know, the big yellow monster thing.
Yeah.
So the more and more rings that he gets, the more and more Parallax, who is a big yellow monster, is
Yeah.
like feeding off Hal Jordan. So that's also why Hal Jordan's becoming like evil.
Okay.
Um,
So it's not just he's upset about his home land.
like
being
that's how it
destroyed.
started.
Okay.
But now
So he,
Parallax is like, okay, I see
was
you're angry. I'm gonna use
susceptible
you.
to be
Yeah,
possessed by Parallax.
exactly.
Okay.
And so Kilowog shows up, and
Mm.
Kilowog's like, "Come on, Poozer, I don't want to hurt you. You were friends." And Hal's like, "I don't care," and he kills Kilowog.
Oh.
Like, he straight up murders Kilowog.
Oh wow, yeah, he's bleeding.
Yeah, and it's really sad because I like Kilowog, and it's like horrifying to see the best Green Lantern, because you know he's like the best of them,
Right. Yeah.
betray them and completely annihilate them.
Yeah, we've never seen that before.
Oh. So the Guardians are like, okay, we have no options. Hal Jordan has like 10 rings now. Get Sinestro, who was locked in the power battery. Like, eventually he gets out every now and again. He has the yellow ring by now.
How does he?
Or-
Okay, how do you transfer rings?
I think he made the yellow ring himself.
You can just make a ring.
Yeah, I mean the Guardians did.
What?
I don't know.
So why doesn't everyone have 10 rings?
Well, because they don't need them. Well, they didn't think they needed them. This was the first time anyone had the idea to wear more than one ring, I guess.
Okay.
But Sinestro did have the yellow ring, but they took it away.
Okay.
So when he
Which
gets...
ring makes him turn invisible and then he has to go and destroy it in a volcano?
What?
There's like that one ring where he puts it on and he turns invisible, and then he has to travel with like...
Is it the ultraviolet ring? What is this from?
He's traveling with like a bunch of little people, and he has that one ring that makes him turn invisible, and then
I have
he has
no
to go
idea
to,
what you're talking
he has to go
about.
and have like a little bald man lead him and his friend up to a volcano where he throws it in.
Oh God, you're terrible. No.
It took you so long.
I know. Yeah.
I said one ring.
One
like
ring.
8
I
times.
know, man.
Sorry, continue.
It's okay.
So Sinestro's here to beat him up.
So yeah, Sinestro shows up and they gave him a Green Lantern ring again.
So can he have two? Can he have a Green Lantern
yellow
ring and a yellow ring?
That's a great question. I
Or
don't
would
know.
the yellow ring cancel out the green?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe in a comic they do that, but it's not here. So it's,
So like potentially you could have one of each ring on your hands.
Yeah, I guess so.
That'd be cool.
That'd be like the most epic man ever.
Yeah.
Or woman ever.
Exactly.
Or whatever.
Thing.
Alien.
Alien thing. The Thing.
The Thing.
I bet a ring.
The Thing
couldn't
with
fit
the
on
ring.
his finger.
Yeah. Oh my God, he needs a big one. And they make different sized rings.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Wait. So the big guy. What's his name? The big pink guy that he killed.
Yeah, Kilowog.
Kilowog.
He probably
He
puts
has
it
a
on,
ring
he
fits
puts it on
on-
his thumb.
On his thumb. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, here he is with all the rings, and Sinestro's like, man, I'm gonna kill you.
More than 10, doesn't he? Oh no, he doesn't. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
And you just get to see Hal and Sinestro fight to the death. Hal takes off all the rings. He's like, or except one. He's like, I only need one to kick your ass, Sinestro.
Oh, okay.
And Sinestro's like, Hal, I trained you. Like, me and you were buddies once, but I always hated you. Like, you didn't have a cool mustache like I do.
Oh yeah.
You're the worst, Hal Jordan.
Didn't even try to grow one.
Exactly. And, you just see him fight to the death. Like, literally to the death, because Hal does kill Sinestro.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hal, I think he breaks his neck. Yeah, he breaks
Holy cow.
Sinestro's neck.
Okay.
And then here's Kilowog. He comes back, just to die.
So it's just one final
One
punch.
final punch, and then he does.
And then he turns into a skeleton?
Yeah, Hal like obliterates
Oh my
Kilowog.
God.
It's crazy. Of course, he puts all the rings on to do that again. And then I'm pretty sure he kills all the Guardians. He's just on a rampage and wipes out the entire Green Lantern Corps, and becomes Parallax. So he has this new armor.
Oh.
Like, he becomes Parallax.
That looks cool.
It is cool. And then Hal Jordan is a big DC villain for the next few years.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Do they call him Parallax?
They do.
Huh.
He's not Green Lantern anymore.
So they
He's-
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They know it's Parallax.
Did the Blue Men know?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were like, he's being,
Being
Parallax
controlled.
is feeding on him.
Yeah, okay.
The only Guardian to survive is Ganthet.
Okay.
And he has one last ring.
Who's Ganthet?
He's this guy. He has a ponytail. Like Uncle Ben.
He looks just like him, but blue,
But blue.
and tiny.
So Ganthet is like, there's one Green Lantern, or I think he like forges it, like with his last bit of power, or like some of his last power. He forges it, and he's like, I need to find someone who's worthy. And then he finds the guy on the beach with that girl, and that's Kyle Rayner.
Oh. Okay.
And he shows up
Why can't he use it himself? Because he's dying.
because he's like old and dying.
Okay.
So
They're like, the shooting star's coming
it's back. Yeah. And then it's like crash lands in front of him, and he's like, oh my God. And then Ganthet is like, one ring to rule them all. And then he just like evaporates, and Kyle is like, what?
Oh.
And then he becomes the next Green Lantern.
He looks just like Hal Jordan, but
yes.
with black hair.
And you get to see him struggle with being Green Lantern, like fighting robots, and he's like a young artist.
So he gets the ring, and then he kind of is just fighting small-time crime on Earth.
Kind of.
Okay.
Because no one ever taught him how to really use it, so he had to figure it
He
out on
probably
his own.
doesn't know about Parallax or anything either,
No,
right?
he
Like,
doesn't
the
know
blue
anything.
Guy didn't tell
He
him?
doesn't know. He doesn't know that there were other Green Lanterns. Well, he knows that there was at least one.
Right, yeah.
He's the last, like he's the only Green Lantern for like a while. And he has a girlfriend, an ex-girlfriend, who he's like, oh, he's an asshole, you're hot, let's get back together, I'm Green Lantern. And she's like, you got it, dude, I'm all in. And he's like actually trying to be a good guy.
Does he get one of those lantern lamps?
He does.
Cool.
Yeah, the Ganthet left that for him too.
Okay.
Also, a homeless man was there when he got the
I
ring.
saw that.
Yeah, so the homeless man, I think, ends up telling the police. He's like, there was this guy who was met by a little blue dwarf,
Yeah.
and he got a ring, and he flew away.
And did they believe him, or he's like crazy?
Yeah, the police are like, oh yeah, okay. And then they hire...
But they know about Green Lantern, right?
Yeah, but they want the ring.
Why?
So it's not the police. The guy goes... first he goes to the police, and then the police are like, you're gonna meet with this shadowy organization.
Okay.
And Kyle Rayner's like trying to be like actually a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
You know, he's like trying to be a good hero and boyfriend, trying to make the relationship like actually good, not be such an asshole like he used to be. And you get to see him like learn how to be Green Lantern, and he changes his costume
Ooh,
to look rad and 90s.
that looks cool.
Yeah.
He's got like gauntlets.
Exactly, and
That
the
don't cover his
girlfriend.
fingers.
Yeah, the girlfriend is like, you could do anything with that ring. Like, why don't you change your costume to look like you fit in the 90s? And he's like, you got it, dude. And he does it. And she's like, wow, you're so hot.
His mask is almost reminiscent of like Nightwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Mongol, the guy who destroyed Coast City. He also kind of looks like
He's
Thanos or
yellow. He
Darkseid.
looks like Darkseid but yellow.
Yeah,
He's got too many muscles. I feel like they don't fit in the right spaces.
probably.
He's got
yeah.
alien
he should,
muscles.
He should stop working out.
Yeah.
So I like this part where his girlfriend is like, you need to concentrate to make your constructs better.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay, I can concentrate on one thing. And he makes her like naked body. And she's like, oh my god.
Just in a bathing suit.
Yeah,
I mean, they're on the beach. So.
exactly. And then he makes like weapons and stuff. And it's just cool seeing him get familiar with everything. He makes big guns.
Do the guns shoot real bullets or do they shoot green
They
bullets?
shoot like green lasers.
Okay, good.
So the shadowy organization hires this guy named Major Force.
Okay.
Because he's a major in
And
like,
he's
the
a
army.
Wait. Oh.
He's the major.
Oh, that's his name is Force.
Yeah. Or Major Force.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes after the Green Lantern.
Oh, Superman.
Also, Superman shows up because Mongol is a Superman villain.
Okay.
Here's the homeless guy.
So, sorry. What
Yeah.
is what is Mongol's power?
He's just like a warlord.
He's just like strong.
Yeah.
Is he like Superman, anti-Superman-esque or what?
He's just really strong. He might be able to
can, like,
shoot
fly.
some kind of energy. I don't know if he could fly.
I thought I saw him flying.
He might be able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was up with the homeless man?
The homeless man brought like a little bit of the Green Lantern. Like the lantern was a little cracked. And the homeless man got a little chunk of it. It was like, here you go, shadowy organization. And they're like,
Okay.
all right. So they kill the homeless man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's real sad. Mongol attacks this Green Lantern because Hal Jordan attacked Mongol before, and that's why Mongol destroyed Coast City. So he's like, oh, Green Lantern, you're back, or whatever. And Kyle is like, I don't know you. What are you doing? And Superman comes and helps him. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
and-
never fought this guy.
exactly. And you get to see Kyle Rayner team up with Superman, and at this time, Superman has a mullet
What?
because it's the 90s.
90s, yeah.
And he like got resurrected.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He came back.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so
With a rad mullet.
Superman does mention, hey, you know, Mongol is yellow. You can fight him. And Kyle is like, yeah. What does
Because
that
he
mean?
doesn't know.
'Cause he doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Superman's like, you know, I knew a Green Lantern. Like, how was the old Green Lantern? Where is he? He couldn't fight yellow.
Interesting.
So
So did the little blue guy?
he made it better.
He made a stronger ring.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do that in the first
That's a
place?
great question. I have no idea.
Is it because he had to die to make it?
I guess. He's like the rest of his power. I don't know.
Lame.
So Major Force, here he is.
Major Force.
Major Force.
Oh, he's not what I expected.
No, he's like a superhuman guy.
Okay.
He's like really powerful.
He looks kind of Sinestro-y.
Yeah. He goes after Kyle Rayner, and he learns that he has a girlfriend.
Is this issue of the comic called Forced Entry?
Did
Is that what it said?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is what it's called. Forced
Cool.
entry.
Okay.
So Major Force finds out that Kyle Rayner lives, like where he lives, that he has a girlfriend, that he lives with his girlfriend, and that he's Green Lantern. So Kyle leaves to go be Green Lantern or something. And his girlfriend's at home. And then Major Force like rolls up wearing like a janitor outfit to be inconspicuous. But he just crashes.
Nobody will tell.
Yeah, he had a hat on. They show, and he just crashes through the door.
Okay.
And
What is his skin? Is his skin metallic or just?
I don't
shiny
know.
or
I don't
what?
know a lot about Major Force.
Okay.
All I do know is that he's attacking his girlfriend.
Oh.
And
He's really got a tight grip around.
yeah,
the neck.
and Kyle Rayner comes home after a day of like saving people.
Sure.
And he comes
Hanging
home.
out with Superman.
Yeah, and he gets home and he's like, "Oh, I can't wait to see my girlfriend. I'm so happy." And he's like, her name's Alex. He's like, "Alex, where are you?" And then he sees a note that's a surprise for you in the fridge. Love, Alex. And he opens the fridge, and his girlfriend is dead and crammed in the fridge.
Oh,
And then Major Force is like, ha ha ha, it was I.
that's terrible.
Yeah. So then they get into a huge fight where Kyle Rayner is incredibly angry, as you would imagine.
Right.
You know, imagine someone killed your girlfriend and then threw him in a fridge.
Yeah.
You just wanted some cold cuts.
You're like, I'm gonna make a bologna sandwich right now.
Oh God. He makes. Now the thing with Kyle is he's an artist, so you could say like his brain is more creative than someone. So he does do a lot of cool like energy constructs. He makes an electric chair
Okay.
and like electrocutes Major Force.
So an electric chair made out of green stuff can actually produce electricity?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
will it to.
Sure.
And you know he defeats Major Force and. Oh man! So he defeats Major Force and he goes home. What?
I have a question, but I'm gonna wait till the end.
Okay, so we're right at the end. So he defeats Major Force and he's like, you know, stricken with grief. And he goes home and Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, does make an
Oh,
appearance. Here he is in his
boy.
cape and everything.
He looks evil.
He does, but he's not. And
His cape is like.
Dracula.
Oh, I was
Or
gonna say
Doctor
Strange.
Strange. Yeah. So Kyle does attack him, and then Alan is like, bro, I'm the original Green Lantern. It's very confusing. Sometimes I'm from a different multiverse. Sometimes I'm from just the 40s.
Is he always blonde?
He is.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never noticed.
And so he's like, there are no more Green Lanterns. I'm a different type of Green Lantern.
Okay.
I'm like powered by the Green Flame or some shit.
Wait, which one? The new
Alan
guy?
Scott.
Oh.
Well, I think, and I might be wrong, but I
So-
think Ganthet might have made his ring powered by the Green Flame
Okay.
as well. But I might be just lying to you.
Or is okay? So does Kyle not need the lamp or the big lamp to charge his ring?
No, as long as he has the
But
little
everyone
one.
else does.
Well, I mean, that is what gives
So is it
them
like
the
different?
power. Yeah,
It's, like,
it is a
stronger.
different ring.
Okay.
Like, yeah. And Alan Scott pretty much fills him in on all Hal Jordan stuff. So now
That's
Kyle is up to speed with
an
everything.
interesting way to make a hero stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Alan Scott tells him, like, Hal Jordan was the best Green Lantern, who then became the worst, but you're all that's left. Like, me and you are Green Lanterns, but I'm a different kind than you are, I guess. I'm, like, from the 40s. I'm going to see you later, you know. I'm not going to be your mentor. I'm out of the book. See you later, dude. Good luck. Hang out with Green Arrow, I guess.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. So is he still possessed?
Who?
The Green Lantern.
Hal Jordan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. This is, like, the end of... From now, it's like a Kyle Rayner Green Lantern book.
Okay.
And Hal Jordan will only appear to be, like, a threat.
Mm.
He'll fight Kyle Rayner, and he'll show up in other DC events, like 0 Hour
Yeah.
and Final Night, where the sun is dying.
Where's the last of the King's Men?
Yeah, the
The
sun.
final night.
The final night.
Yeah.
The sun is being eaten by the Sun Eater.
Okay.
Yeah, Hal Jordan, like reignites the sun
Huh.
because he's like God, I guess.
Sure.
And we'll probably talk about 0 Hour, so I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay.
But then there's another story called Day of Judgment or Days of Judgment,
Mhm.
where some like demons attack.
Just like regular demons.
Yeah. Okay. So
like
do you know
super
who
demons?
the Spectre is?
No.
Okay. So the Spectre is like the spirit of vengeance or the spirit of redemption.
Is that a Green Lantern thing?
No, it's just
Oh.
like a cosmic DC thing.
Okay.
And originally the Spectre is Jim Corrigan, who's just a guy that the
Jim
Spectre
Gordon?
Corrigan,
Okay.
who the Spectre like takes as a host.
Yeah.
And the Spectre is like God.
Okay.
You know what's funny? Jim Corrigan is a Gotham City police officer. So
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
But eventually the Spectre will leave Jim Corrigan and then take the host of a demon. And then so everybody has to fight the Spectre. But once they defeat the demon, the Spectre needs a new host. And Hal Jordan is like, I've been a dick for a while. I need to redeem... Like, I'm a good
That's
guy.
when he's good again. Okay.
Yeah, and he becomes the Spectre for a while. So he's like the spirit of
he
vengeance
just keeps
and
getting
redemption.
possessed by bad things.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Spectre's good. Like, the Spectre is like God's spirit of redemption.
But it just possessed to bad things, so it
Yeah.
was bad. Okay.
Yeah, I think they like... I don't know.
Like-
Green Lantern will be reborn as a good guy again and be Green Lantern.
Mhm.
And the Green Lantern Corps will be reborn as well. Kilowog will come back to life. They'll all come back.
How? Just because?
Probably a reboot. I think it literally was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Okay, yeah. You've held on to it for a long time.
It's been burning in the back of my little brain.
Yes.
So, this Green Lantern all-powerful ring
Yes.
that creates things out of will.
Okay.
What's stopping someone with a Green Lantern ring? Because you said the things that they create take on the properties of the things, right?
Yeah.
If you will it to be. Why can't he just make like a black hole and like swallow up?
You know what's crazy? I think he did. I think he might have.
Did he?
Maybe.
But when he's fighting all the Green Lanterns, why didn't he do that? I guess if he wanted their
Because I guess he
rings,
wanted... Yeah, I guess he wanted to show them how rad and powerful
Couldn't
he
you
is.
just will them to die?
You could, but he didn't.
He wanted to hurt them?
Yeah, he wanted to do it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
It seems like very fuzzy
Yeah.
in the way that it works,
Mhm.
but it's cool.
It is.
Yeah.
I like those stories a lot. I like Green Lantern a lot, if you just forget about the yellow
Yeah.
stuff. Which they kind of do.
They fixed it
They
a little
do.
bit.
And Kyle Rayner... I think Kyle Rayner will become like the most powerful Green Lantern eventually.
So are the Yellow Lanterns like evil?
Oh, yeah. They are evil.
They're just straight up evil?
Yeah, straight up.
How
They are
do
powered
the
by
Green
fear.
Lanterns fight them if they're allergic to yellow?
Well, the Yellow Lanterns usually was just Sinestro. Until,
Oh, it was
like,
just him?
Sinestro. And then he made
Okay.
his core in, like, after this. So Sinestro comes back to life.
and then he
And
hires,
then he
a bunch of
hires
people.
everybody.
Okay.
Like,
That's
and
cool.
he'll choose different DC characters. So not just
So
random aliens.
It wasn't until after Kyle, who can fight yellow.
Sure, yeah.
Cool, okay.
I guess. And Sinestro will choose, like, other DC characters to be Yellow Lanterns. So, like, Scarecrow, who is all about fear. He becomes a Yellow Lantern. And then, like, other characters around.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I like that a lot. They don't do a lot with him, which kind of sucks. But other cores, like the Red Lanterns and the Blue Lanterns, all choose other DC characters. So, like, Lex Luthor becomes Orange, which is greed. Wonder Woman...
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Wonder Woman becomes, like, Compassion, which
Oh,
is, like,
she
pink.
gets a ring, too.
She does.
Hmm.
Eventually, there's a story called Blackest Night. What?
Does she need a ring?
No! But everyone's getting a ring.
Okay.
There's a story called Blackest Night, which kind of resurrects a lot of dead characters with the black ring, which is of death, and then it introduces the white ring, which is life. So every character who has died ever, like, the black rings are coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Martian Manhunter, Superman, like, Aquaman, they all get Black Lantern rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're like evil.
Yeah, they're like zombies. It's like a zombie book.
So, do the different rings have different abilities, or is it all kind of the Green Lantern ability?
It's all kind of making constructs and stuff,
Okay.
but just fueled by different stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
So if you're like really scared, you'll be good at using the yellow ring.
Sure, yeah.
Or is
Well,
it about
no, it's
making
not.
other
It's not
people
about being scared. It's about giving fear, like
Okay.
making people fearful of you.
So can you only make things that are like scary,
No, you can make anything.
but they're stronger if they're scary?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they're the strongest if they're red, because that's rage.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of colors involved,
Hmm.
and when you think about it, not a lot of it makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Rage.
there's
makes
some
sense
force.
for red.
There's some fun stories.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah. As
At
long
the
as you
end
have
of
a
the
good
day.
time. As long as you watch your favorite Green Lantern murder all the other ones, then that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, Green Lantern.
It's a pretty messed up story, but
It
it's
is.
cool.
Eventually, Jeff Johns will come in, and he's kind of like the Bendis of DC.
Okay.
And he will write Green Lantern Rebirth and Flash Rebirth, and then DC Rebirth.
So the
He likes
Rebirth
rebirthing
is
things.
similar to the Ultimate series? Or
No, it's more just like
Is Bendis the guy that did the
Yeah.
Ultimate? Okay.
so. Green Lantern Rebirth is like making Hal Jordan a good guy again,
Okay.
and Flash Rebirth is bringing the Flash back to life again.
He died?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Okay.
We have to do that one because
So there's a difference between Crisis on Infinite Earths and Crisis on Two Earths?
yeah, there's Crisis on Infinite Earth, there's Crisis on Two Earths, there's Crisis on Earth 2, on Earth 1,
That
Final Crisis,
sucks.
Infinite Crisis. There's a lot.
But so the traditional, well, not necessarily traditional, but the main canon
Yes.
of DC heroes is on Earth 2? Because that's where Hal Jordan and Barry Allen are? You said are on Earth 2?
I don't know what Earth.
Okay.
I guess Earth 1.
So the old ones were on
Yes.
Earth 2.
They're on Earth
Okay,
2.
that's fine.
But now they're on the normal one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
Gets real confusing.
That's fine. It's a good thing comics aren't simple.
Yeah. Why
Else
would
we wouldn't have a podcast.
Exactly. If you could just read them and understand, then, you know, pay like, how much was this? $20 for confusion.
Yeah.
That's a good price.
It's like colorful confusion though.
It is. There's a lot of nice colors. I like the art a
I
lot.
like the art too. It's like kind of classic comic book style.
It is.
Very soft looking.
Yeah, I like the paper.
Yeah.
You know, they use a lot of glossy paper now.
Yeah.
I also
like the old paper.
like the smell of old comics. You know, like.
Did you buy this new?
Uh,
Or is it from a library? that you
No,
stole it
I
from?
did not steal it from a library, but you know, it smells like
It
old
does.
newspapers
It
and
smells
mildew.
like a comic book. Yeah.
Yeah. Smells like old paper, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, comics. Don't read them. They will make you cry.
What would you give this Green Lantern story? Is this your favorite Green Lantern story? Or is there better ones?
I think there's better ones.
Okay.
But this is definitely a good one. I enjoy this one a lot.
It's like one of the main storylines you gotta know.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'd give it Kevin Levin out of Ben 10.
Awesome. Everything's getting that. Except for All-Star Batman.
That is getting a 0 out of 100. No, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 for the art.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the end.
Goodbye forever. Let's delete the channel.
Yeah. It's gone.
Channel.
Yeah. It's gone.
Channel.
Yeah. It's gone.
Channel.
Yeah. It's gone.
Channel.
Yeah.